Magandang gabi po mga kapanalo. Kasalukuyan nandito kami ngayon sa PICC. Dumalo kami dito sa Team Canada Trade Mission to the Philippines. Nandito kami sa PICC mga kapanalo. Ayan o. Alam mo, yilo yan. So, yun mga kapanalo. Samahan po ko dito. I think we're going to do it as fast as we possibly can. Celebration of 75 years of diplomatic relations. The Team Canada Trade Mission, this one here to the Philippines, is the largest ever, and it's building bridges that's going to, I think, transform, be that incredible bridge along with all Canadians that are here as part of this Team Canada Trade Mission. I'm so energized by the applause. Thank you so much, Minister. It's very inspiring. She wasn't kidding when she talked about old Canada. I think it's a hospitality.
Do you live in outside Alabama?
Of course, your insights and continued growth opportunities of bilateral relationship. Everyone has been so hard at work the whole day today. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Get access right there.
Ambassador David Hartman, Canadian Ambassador to the Philippines, members of the Canadian Trade Delegation, fellow colleagues from the Philippine government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant evening to all of you. It is such an honor to see a powerhouse delegation here tonight. Your presence underscores the strong and enduring relationship between Canada and the Philippines. This year, as we mark the 75th anniversary of our diplomatic ties, your visit is a testament to our shared commitment to strengthen our partnership and collaboration. The timing of this trade mission couldn't be any better. The Philippines is eager to work with Canada, Canadian companies to create more productive partnership that will benefit both our nations. This morning, we opened exploratory discussions towards the potential Canada-Philippines Free Trade Agreement. This is a major step forward in our bilateral relationship, and I'm optimistic that these discussions will pave the way for the initiation of formal FTA talks. Under the visionary leadership of our President, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., we are committed to make the Philippines a more attractive destination for foreign investments. We have been implementing game-changing economic reforms, including the Create More Act, which proves tax benefits, breaks, and incentives to businesses. We also are streamlining government processes and making it easier for businesses in the Philippines. Our Board of Investments and the PEZ are always ready to assist the international firms in exploring investment opportunities in the country's key sectors. Before I end, let me just express that I am confident that this trade mission will lead to new and fruitful partnership between Canadian and Filipino businessmen. We are more than eager to work with you and create a brighter future for both our countries. Together, let's make it happen in the Philippines. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Distinguished guest, Trade Minister Mary Lee, of course the Excellency Canadian Ambassador David Hartman, our Trade Secretary Roque, as well as the members of Team Canada. Right now we have here Team Philippines as well. The Honorable Health Secretary is here. The Secretary of Transportation is here. The Secretary of Information and Technology was in there a while ago, as well as the program. Congressman Mark Waco is also here. Other members of the Marcos administration cabinet are here to show that this is really a significant occasion to mark the 75th year of Philippine-Canadian relationship. I'm not supposed to be the guest speaker, I'm supposed to be the Senate President, and it's an honor for me to stand to represent the Senate President, Senate President Escudero, and then our Senate of the Philippines, who would not join this evening. But as your majority leader, I convey not only my personal greetings, but the collective support and solidarity of the Philippine Senate for this remarkable gathering in the 50th year of Team Canada. Our relationship is not just about trade. Okay? Our relationship is not just about diplomacy. Our relationship is really focused on something sustainable and something more enduring. When I was in law school, I was telling the good trade minister across Canada, law school somewhere near Canada, just across the Great Lakes. I used to always recite when confronted by hard questions coming from a law professor. Remember the White Horse Agreement. The White Horse Agreement is about sustainable mining. And that's a lesson we can learn from Canada. There is also another one which I can teach right now. It is about Canada's role in supporting the Philippines in our quest for maritime respect. And we recognize the role of several Canadians this year, notably the HMS Ottawa. We joined a multilateral exercise in the Philippine Navy this year, just to show that the Indo-Pacific strategy of Canada is working. I believe that what is happening right now is not just a great mission, but is emblematic of what the future should look like. The Philippines remains committed to deepening our partnership with Canada, ensuring that the fruits of our collaboration will create inclusive opportunities. And we thank you likewise for hosting millions of Filipinos in Canada, notably the province of Winnipeg, where most Filipinos come from my own home province of Cavite. I just met a member of the parliament coming from Winnipeg. Again, welcome to the Philippines, and as a former chairman of the Metro Manila Authority, I likewise convey this gratitude and welcome to all of you. Mabuhay po ang Canada at ang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po at magandang gabi sa inyo.
Maraming salamat din po sa